What's up, Jared Evenson, you mortgage master? How you doing today?
That's right. You saw I changed my name on the screen today. Jacob T. It's been a while. The microphone is a little dusty. I had to dust it off so we could do this today.
Yeah, it's a new year and looking to do some more podcasting. Kind of started it up last year and then got busy, I think, heading into the holidays. So, but hey, there's a lot to talk about. So I think it's a good time to start up the podcast again. So, Jared, what is going on with interest rates?
Okay, so last time you and I talked, rates were probably going down. I think we were feeling good, and we were gonna ride into 2025 with rates in the six, low six. That's what we thought, but they've gone back. We're back up in the sevens. We're probably creeping up on close to the mid sevens now, which didn't have that on my bingo card for the beginning of 2025. But we could circle back to jobs report last week. Kind of was like the nail in the coffin to kind of shoot the rates back up. It came back like 80, $90,000 jobs above the expected reported new jobs, and that was a bad sign for inflation. Economy's still really strong, and the bond market reacts, and here we are. Um, no bueno.
Yeah, uh, gas prices are coming down though, so that's good. I've noticed, like in Pullman, I think a gallon of gas is like 3.69. So I don't understand why inflation is still we're battling that, and gas prices are coming down, and interest rates are going up. So I don't know, but at least it seems like people are still buying homes, so that's good.
My phone's been blowing up. I mean, just since you and I started talking about 20 minutes ago, I've got three or four inquiries from people I started talking to over the weekend, and probably like 20 new qualified buyers this year already, which is January. I'm used to like five, and we're not even halfway through the month. It's good. What kind of buyers are you seeing? Are you busy? What kind of buyers are you seeing, or sellers? I should say, either or.
I am seeing. So I was busy over the weekend. I was working with some folks coming into town that kind of have to buy. So, and they're kind of in a hurry. They kind of know what they want, and they're making decisions. So, it feels like the folks that are moving to town because of jobs, they pretty much have to buy, or they could rent, but there's just not many options for renting, and so they're looking at buying. Even though interest rates are high, they are still buying. So but yeah, I worked all weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, so that's good. And I do feel like this year, the market is stronger. I think people are a lot more optimistic going into 2025. I think with the since we're past the election, people are feeling pretty optimistic about the economy, the direction that's going. Um, so yeah, so that's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, with the election, that was a big one. People were just like, "I'm waiting until the election's over," and it was funny because a lot of them, it it wasn't dependent on who won the election. It was just, I'm waiting until it's over for things to calm down and we feel better about what's happening or know more about what's going on moving forward, which was good. I'm seeing like, I think those are the buyers and sellers. I'm seeing the people that have to move and the people that are moving and need to buy or want to buy. They don't necessarily have to, but, and then it's those families that, and this could be both, but growing families is the buyers I'm seeing now. So, they're tired of waiting for rates to go down. That other kid's on the way. They're 3 bedroom or 2 bedroom, 1 bath, or 3 bedroom, 2 bath house they bought 6 years ago doesn't fit their family of five now, and they are going to go crazy if they don't get out of it. And um, more and more of those are popping up, and they're just ready to do it. But I also look at those people, and we didn't talk about this before, but I think about those people who bought 6 years ago, And right now their rates are like at 3%, and they have to buy a 7% house, and they're mad that they're not going to get the same rate they had. But I also like, part of me is like, well, you wouldn't have all this equity that you have in your house right now if rates never went down to 3% or 2%, because that's kind of what helped evolve the home prices going up, and they wouldn't be there without that. So that's kind of like what I talked to them about a little bit. But at the same time, then the new house they were buying wouldn't be as expensive either. But whatever. Um, so that's who I'm seeing, and I'm seeing a lot of them. Uh, so sell some houses, will you?
Yeah. Well, I am definitely selling some houses, so that's good. So, what do you think about this? The California I guess they're not wildfires; they're just the fires in California. That's kind
Whatever
of a
fuck.
crazy deal.
Yeah, dude, insane. I'm sure you've watched the video. I'm concerned about it, honestly. Like, is there going to be a bigger, like obviously it's catastrophic for that area, but is there going to be, um, you know, major changes in the way that we do real estate and insurance and whatnot moving forward after this?
I
And
think like I don't know. I think the government's going to have to get involved. And I don't, I mean, to me, it seems like insurance providers can't just drop insurance. Like, government has to not allow that because, I mean, that's the whole, idea about buying a house is you feel like it's a safe, secure asset. It's a safe investment. And if all of a sudden people are not able to get insurance on their homes, then they're not going to buy houses. I mean, it's that to me, that's crazy that
banks won't finance
insurance
it.
providers can just drop insurance. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and it sounds like I thought I saw something where the head guy for the insurance in California was setting a moratorium on uh,
Property policies.
insurance companies dropping insurance. So, yeah, I don't know. It seems
Yeah.
like they're gonna have to do something.
I
Um,
He placed that for like the next 6 months, I believe. So now
mhm,
for the next 6 months, they can't be dropped. The crappy part though is that moratorium can't go backwards 45 days to before the fires. He said
yeah.
he's encouraging the insurance companies to do the right thing. Well, they're not gonna. They're not gonna.
Yeah, I think so. I have a client that just moved to Spokane from California, and I was talking to him yesterday. I was like, "You couldn't have timed that any better." I mean, he closed, I think, on his home like right at the end of the year, and then bought in Spokane. And I mean, they were leaving California on fire, and I think you're going to see more people come in this direction because of
They're tired of it.
we got a little more water here.
Yeah, they're tired of it. I mean, every rebuilding is going to be hard, and the insurance. I mean, we've got our own insurance issues in Washington as it stands, but um, I do see people moving here, and I won't be surprised if we get those phone calls, of leaving California. Like, some of them might not even have anywhere else to go.
Well, it's like these people they sold their house for 1.4 mil and bought in Spokane, and they were looking in Pullman, but then wound up buying in Spokane for under six. So like I mean, they got close to a mil just in equity that they're able to enjoy and move to the Northwest.
Uh huh. Wow.
So that's
Well, we've seen a ton of that, like in Coeur d'Alene and whatnot over the years too. A lot of California and then up there. Yeah, it's gonna. I think I see like major reform of some sort coming because yeah, if houses can't be insured, people aren't going to buy them. If houses can't be insured, banks aren't going to finance them. Uh, and how do you make it all happen? And then it's going to come to a place where insurance policies are getting canceled and the client can't find a new one. So are the banks going to have policies like we won't you know, accept your homeowner's insurance unless there's a clause in there saying you can't cancel it. Like, because we need to protect this half a million dollars we're financing. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother insurance. I'm glad I'm not in insurance right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's talk about something fun.
yeah, I was gonna say, how about the Cougs? You know, we just hired a whole new coaching staff. Have you listened to the new coach? He sounds pretty. I think he's going to be a good coach.
You know what? Like, outside of, like, he sounds great. Like, his presser last week was great. Um, but even more impressive is like just looking at, and he kind of said it. What, 19 years in one spot? I don't need to listen to him talk to know that he's doing something right to be at a successful place for 19 years, and it's the resume speaks for itself. Which is kind of cool. I
I,
dig that.
I've met a lot of the assistant coaches, and man, they're just cool. Like, um,
I bet they're stoked.
good guys. They seem pretty down to earth. And yeah, they. I'm pretty excited, to be honest. Some of them are kind of coming more like they're like Midwest guys. You got some guys from Chicago, some guys from Wisconsin, North Dakota.
It's a young
So
group too.
and I love their accents.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Yeah, they're
uh,
young. It's a young group, which I think honestly in today's college football world, uh, that's a good thing. Uh,
I think for WSU for right now, like they're the perfect group to come in and kind of take over. Um, and I think I'm fairly. I've kind of been trying to get more involved in the Cougar Collective, Cougs First, and all that. You know, I was reading about Oregon State's collective, like how they're bringing in some of these big name guys. They pay 1.5 million for Malik Murphy.
I heard that.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, that's nuts. So our collective has its work cut out for it. But like Oregon State is bringing in some big name guys. So I think, we got to keep raising money through the collective to stay competitive. Cause that's, it's kind of all about NIL these days.
It is. It's different. It's the days of, well, the college football landscape. I think we just have to embrace it instead of complaining about it. We just have to get on board and figure out how to crack the code. Whether it's Moneyball style or stepping up and in other ways as fans, and it's kind of where we're at, and just embrace it. But yeah, these guys are good. They're excited. It's exciting to have a nice fresh group in here, and I think they're stoked to be here, which is even better. It's gonna be fun.
I think the future of college football, to be honest, it doesn't matter which conference you're in, it's going to be whoever can raise the most money, is going to be who's successful. Until they change NIL and they don't allow it, it's going to be who can raise the most money. So I think it's interesting. Like, you could be in the WCC or you could be in the Sun Belt Conference, but if you're paying guys millions of dollars, I mean, where are you going to go, Jared Evenson, if you're offered a mil or 500K?
Right, right, man. It's not about where I'm gonna get a play or learn. It's how I'm getting paid. It's crazy. I never thought we'd be here at College Sports. All right, we got a couple minutes left. Jacob, you had a really fun question we were talking about a little bit ago. What was that? Oh, if you're a first time home buyer, where do you start? What's the first thing you can do?
Well, I think, I think the first place you start is you got to kind of get your team together. You got to have a good lender. Um, I think you got to have a good real estate agent and got to have a good insurance guy. So, talk to your lender, see what you can afford. Talk to your real estate agent. I know a guy. See, what kind of a home you want to buy, and then you just go after it. And right now, I think there is still buyers still have leverage because of interest rates. If the rates start dropping at all, it's going to be a madhouse. I mean, houses are going to, it's going to be a hot market again because we've got not a lot of inventory. I mean, in Pullman, there's only 53 homes on the market total. 13 of those are manufactured homes. So you really only got 40 homes on the market. Um,
Wow.
so if interest rates drop at all, it's going to be super competitive. So um, even though interest rates are high, if I was a buyer, I would be getting after it right now.
Yeah, so getting your team together, that's big. What's more important when you're building your team, a good lender or a good realtor? The $1 million question. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Realtor, come on.
No, I think that's true. To be honest, I do. I think that's true because a lot of what we do, not in every case, but it's a lot more automated than it used to be. There's a lot more technology to make the mortgage process easier. It's not scary, you guys. It really isn't. And and you're having to navigate a lot more things now than you had to years ago. And it's like we're navigating less. You're having to navigate more. But if I'm a first time home buyer, like I prepare now. Like you said, build your team, do your market research, but you're going to need your team to help you with that market research. And that's why you need to do that first. Um, Check out, like in Pullman in particular, the neighborhoods. You talk about there's kind of a few certain areas, and it's probably easy to distinguish where you want to be, and then you got to find that house in that neighborhood, and you cannot be too prepared. And
Well, and a lot of times, we know of homes coming on the market that aren't even on the market. And so, that knowledge is like priceless, because you could get in on a home prior, right as it hits the market, just because I know it's coming on. So that's why you really want to connect with an agent. And anymore, you've got to sign a buyer agency agreement. It's the law, you've got to, and so, yeah, connect with an agent and
sweet.
go buy a house.
I think that's it. That's You don't have to crack any code to that. Just make a phone call, get it going. I think we sometimes we over, like you and I. It's like we don't realize so many people don't know where to start because we do it every day. And it's like I talk to people all the time that I would assume know what they have to do, and they're like, I don't know. I don't. What you tell me, Jared? I'm like, oh, cool, good. And we just start from scratch. Nice, love it,
All
love
right,
it.
Jared Evanson. Well, I think that was pretty good for our first podcast of 2025. I think we're going to have a great year. I think this will be our best year ever. Let's go. Go,
All
Coug.
right, all right. Good to see you, sir.
All right. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.